Hello guys, welcome back to another video here on Movies with James. Today we are reviewing Cruella. Cruella stars Emma Stone and Emma Thompson as the main characters in this film. Emma Stone actually stars as Cruella de Vil herself, and this is kind of an anthology movie. This is how Cruella became to be Cruella de Vil, if that makes sense. The movie itself is one of those ones that is now on Premier Access on Disney Plus, or you can watch it in movie theatres as they are starting to open worldwide after the COVID pandemic. It was originally due to come out in December 2020, but obviously that's been now postponed until May of 2021. For me though, I found the movie to be quite boring and didn't really go anywhere. The story and the script I felt really held it back. I don't think her anthology story to me wasn't believable. I didn't really believe that this was actually this is it. Like, it just felt like a spin-off movie which was just going to make money, if that makes sense. Like, it didn't feel like a genuine story. I don't know, and Emma Stone, for me, I don't think she's that great. I really didn't think she was that good in the role. I kind of just felt like she was actually half in the film, like she wasn't really fully in the role. I just don't think she went there enough. I don't think she was eccentric as like the cartoon Cruella de Vil. Previously, in 1996, there was a 101 Dalmatians movie which starred Glenn Close as Cruella de Vil, and she, I felt, was much better than Emma Stone. In terms of how Glenn Close did it, she was very, like, I guess, wicked, if that makes sense, like witchy, if you know, got that cackle in her laugh and just was like the cartoon. Like, that's what Cruella de Vil was to me growing up anyway in the cartoon, and that carried on into the live action, and it kind of was believable, that live action. This one, I guess, wasn't, there just wasn't. There was nothing there. She did try, but like I said, I don't feel like she was either allowed to, or it was quite a reserved phase of her life, I guess, but it just didn't, it wasn't believable. Like, it wasn't like she was the person we saw in the cartoons and stuff, so it was a totally different take on that. And I guess for me, I was kind of expecting, you know, what we've always saw with her, so it's a different take altogether. And I guess it's like I said, people just expect different things, and I just, if you're thinking I want this to be like it was before, it wasn't. I didn't really rate it. Emma Thompson was okay as well in the movie. She kind of played this like fashion designer, baroness woman, or whatever her name was. Her character was okay, but I just feel like Emma Thompson's too nice to play like the evil character. It didn't really make sense. Like, for me, I thought Emma Thompson's always, you know, she's Nanny McPhee, for Christ's sake. Like, she's a nice character. She's not an evil character. The script itself just didn't really like fill me with joy either. It felt like one minute there was like a kids movie, then the next minute it's like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, it was just really like random. And I looked online after the fact now, and it's actually saying it's a comedy. I didn't even think nobody in the cinema laughed once at anything. It was not a comedy. It was a family movie, I'll give it that, but it wasn't, it didn't really go anywhere. It didn't really make sense. Like, the script was boring, and you know, it wasn't, Emma Stone didn't do it justice. Emma Thompson was in the wrong role, and it just, like I said, didn't really fit. So for that, I'm going to give the movie a 4 out of 10. I thought the costumes were really good in the film. However, the fashion, it was basically based on like being a fashion designer. You kind of get that from the trailer, but the costumes were insane. Like, the art department and the costume team really did do great things. Things like the set and stuff were just like boring. Like, there was nothing to it. Looking at the budget that I had, a $200 million budget, where was that spent? Like, there was nothing there. I actually reviewed Taken the other day, and that was a $25 million budget, and it was just, I know there's 12 years between those two films, but at the end of the day, 200 million was spent on this film, and yeah, it was an expensive film for what it was, and it didn't really show. The director of the film is Craig Gillespie. He's only really had one blockbuster movie, and that was I, Tonya. But I, Tonya, starring Margot Robbie, that only took $53 million, so he kind of hasn't really had like a big film. So I kind of feel like this is Disney's, it was a bad decision by Disney, really, in terms of getting this director on board, because I think it showed in everything. Casting, script, sets, everything. The only thing that was good was the costumes. And there we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.